so I'm going to use the Easy Bow to make my wreath bow, and we're going to take the last 2 pipe cleaners and we're going to twist these bad boys together. You can get the Easy Bow Stow and Go at uniqueinthecreek.com. And it comes with this very convenient ribbon holder. All right, so here we go. So we want to make a big bow, so we're going to make big 7-inch loops. And our first ribbon, we're going to make 4 loops, 2 on each side. So what I do is I'm going to measure my tail first. My tail is going to be 7 inches as well. And we're going to pinch, 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 and then twist. And then we're going to make our first loop. Like I said, 7 inches. Pinch, 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 twist. Put your loop in there. Pinch, 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 twist. I'm here now. All right, so the bottom layer of our bow is going to be 4 loops. And because we have lots of ribbon, lots of ribbon, the next layer of our bow is going to be 4 loops as well. We're making a big honking bow. Honk, honk. I like big bows. Big bows are really popular. Toot, toot, toot. And now we're going to come in with our little bitty 7/8 ribbon, and then we're going to do something different with this. We're going to make some longer tails with this ribbon. Some longer tails, because we're going to make them all curly, y'all. Okay, so we're just going to pull this. We're just going to pull this out, pull it out as long as you feel, because we're going to curl these tails. We're going to make curly cues. And then once again, we're going to do 4 loops. We're going to kind of make this as long as what I think, because we're going to curl that down. And now we're going to come in with this little white, it's kind of like look crocheted ribbon. And with the end, we're going to do something different. We're not going to dovetail it, but we're just going to fold up the end on this one. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull out quite a bit of it. And we're going to do 4 loops of it. And then we're going to measure that down, because we're going to curl this. And then what we're going to do this end is we're going to fold it down again. Take our curlies. And then we're going to come back with the holly ribbon. Once again. And then we're just going to do 2 loops of this time, because everything's getting smaller. So we're just going to do 2 loops this time. We're going to do the cardinal ribbon again. Two loops of the cardinal ribbon. And then we're going to do the red ribbon again. And we're going to, once again, pull it out really long for long tails. Because we're going to curl these up a little bit and make them look fun. And we're going to do 2 loops of the red. Let's go. And then once again, with the white, we're going to take the tail and we're going to fold it instead of dovetailing, because this ribbon it's not going to dovetail, y'all. So we're just going to fold it. And then we're going to make a long tail. Basically, I'm just kind of like stretching my arm out. And then with this ribbon, we're going to make 3 loops. Somehow my ribbon got all tangled up. I have no idea how that happened, but okay. I still twist it, because if you actually look at your ribbon, it is different on both sides. So it may look like it's one-sided, but it's actually not. Like this red ribbon, believe it or not, you can see like the stitching, clear stitching on the wrong side. So just kind of get a really good look at your ribbon, and you will see that is different. Okay, so now we're going to pull our bow off our bow maker. So I twist my pipe cleaners and I pull, and that's going to help me hold my ribbon stack as I pull it off the bow maker. Like so. Like so. And then see how the stack is? Now I'm going to take my hand and hold it, and I'm going to pull this down. And I'm tightening everything up. Now, if you don't have good hand strength, now would be a good time to slide in with a zip tie and tighten everything down. And then I want this bow to sit as high up at the sign as possible. And I'm going to pull my other two loops apart. I'm going to make sure that a cardinal, it's kind of like an every other. I'm going to make sure a cardinal, then a holly, cardinal, holly. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the red. Then I'm going to dig through here and find my white loops, because they're here somewhere too. We're going to pull those apart. And then once I get them all pulled apart, I go back and I round them up to fluff my bow. Same thing on the other side. Pull my loops apart. If your loops aren't pulling apart exactly the way that you want them to, like this, if they're not pulling apart, switch them. You might find that's easier. And once again, I'm done pulling my loops apart, so I'm going to come back and round them up to fluff them up. Like so. Y'all see that? And now we have these big long tails. And we have our other tails. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my other tails and I'm going to pull them and get them looking nice. And then my round tails, what we're going to do is we're going to roll these up. And we're going to make corkscrews. I'm going to roll it up out of the way. And also, y'all, this is a tip for shipping these wreaths as well when you make these, is that you just leave these little corkscrews rolled up and let the customer pull them out when they're fluffing their wreath. I have this neat little, it's just a darning needle or a yarn needle that I'm using. Nothing special. You can get it at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Unique in the Creek sells darning needles as well. Now, while I'm finishing the wreath up, I'm going to leave this ribbon rolled up. That way it's not dragging across my work table. So we're just going to leave that rolled up. It's kind of like, you know, you curling your hair and doing your makeup, and then you, like, clip the curls. So we're curling our hair, and we're getting ready to do our makeup. Is pull our little curly cues out from our bow. Kind of want to pull on them a little bit. Pull from the center out, and then pull, give it a little bounce. Pull from the center out, give it a little tug. Giving it a little tug elongates that curl and kind of sets the curliness. Ta-da!